roll right into where we need to go. There's a lot going on. Man, where do we even begin? Because it's real, y'all. It's getting real. It's getting real. Those who are coming in, say something. Let me know you're in the house. Say good morning or something. Like and share, please. I ask you to do that. Like and share, please. And thank you so much. It is most appreciated. People are responding to me from all over, and I'm very grateful. I had one guy to travel all the way from Maryland to see us because of the Warfare Wednesday. So we're most grateful. We're most grateful for what God is doing, what he has done. And yes, okay, right away we got some topics. Irma, oh yeah. Good morning, Sister Nicole Fulton. Good morning. Sister Dorothy Cruz, good morning. Yes, I love them too. Thank God for you, Sister Sowell, Minister. God bless you. God bless you. Come on, y'all, like and share. We already got one topic put on the board. Sister Gray, good morning. And, you know, my main thing is I don't plan anything to come and talk to y'all. It's very raw. It's very organic. It's very real. And I just wait to see what the Lord will put on my heart. And most of the time, you all play a major part on where I go. This is Warfare Wednesday. And I begin to wonder to myself, you know, Lord, am I veering off from the original assignment to just pray, And I think the Lord put it in my heart today. I believe he put it in my heart that it is important to understand that warfare is backed. It is hinged upon prayer, but it is not prayer only. That the information that I'm putting out is one of the major weapons in our arsenal against the enemy. So it's warfare. Thank y'all for the love, by the way. Okay, I see dating and relationships. I don't know if we're going to get there today or not, but we'll try. We'll try. I got Irma. Somebody posted Irma and dating and relationships. Oh, thank you. Okay, this is your first time. Or you had your first time. If you did, you may, if this is your first time, you want to go back and watch our last 5 or 6 videos. Okay, we discuss everything from the occult to witchcraft to government cover-ups, you name it. And we're giving you information you can't get on Sunday morning anywhere. Just pretty much anywhere. And we understand what's happening when we're putting this information forth. So please, for those who know prayer, keep us in prayer. Thank you. I think it's Sister Tucker. I'm not sure if it's a brother or sister, Eric and Nessa Tucker. God bless you both. But last week, we began to speak about witchcraft. And as we were talking about witchcraft, good morning, Sister Foster. Don't worry, we haven't even started yet. We gave everybody a chance to load up. Please like and share. I'm taking topic requests, prayer requests, things of that nature, even right now. So please, go back and watch our previous videos and like them and share them again. One of the things I would like us to get into a habit of doing, if you would be so kind, is to please go back and like all of our videos and share them again and again. This is how things will be able to go to a viral status to reach a number of people. Sister Torres, yes, God bless you, Mother Edwards. God bless you. Please give love to the family. We're going to talk about a little bit of everything now. I need y'all to shake yourself. I need you to shake yourself because I'm going to say some things that I'm not going to agree with your normal scheduled programming. Okay. First of all, Brother CD, come on in. Okay. Children returning to school. Let me say this about school. I posted yesterday. I'm going to just try to fly through these topics and then, we'll let it go where the chips, we'll let them fall where they may. I posted about children going to school, and I simply said this: we cannot send our children back to school this time. We can't just simply send them back. We have to, as parents, go back. All right? Mom and sons, mom and daughter disputes linked to breast cancer. Yes, for those that are just joining us, go back and watch my previous videos where I discuss the roots, the roots of sickness, which have nothing to do in many cases with hereditary. I'm coming back to the school, but I'm just trying to cover a few of these things while y'all are coming in and sharing that we're on live right now. The roots of sicknesses, which don't come from hereditary means or by hereditary means or through genetics all the time. That 88% of all diseases, that's right, listen to that word, diseases are caused. Yes, they're killing people, Sister Chandra. They are caused by how we feel. And I have been exposing the roots. That's right. So for those of you that know people with breast cancer, you all have seen people come in this video live who I have never met. I'm meeting people from all over, different states, Carolina, Maryland, all over the place, the DMV area and abroad. And we're praying for people. And some of the people who have the lumps on the breast, again, the breast cancer, the ovarian cysts, things that are directly dealing with the female areas, okay, especially. They almost always root in a broken relationship between the mother and the daughter or a guardian figure. The breast is a symbol of nurturing. Now, a lot of y'all have not heard it, so before you knock it, I have doctors. I have not only doctors, I have medical physicians that join us from time to time, registered nurses and doctors who have joined us to support these, they're facts. Again, Johns Hopkins University released a study. 88% of all diseases come from how you feel. So I don't want to go there today. I'm going to talk about Irma and the school. Anyway, the kids going back to school. Please understand this, and don't y'all get mad. I support true education. I do. So please don't go and take my words and misconstrue them. I support real fibroids, the same thing, Sister Chandra. Fibroids. Good morning, Sister Sister Anita Mallory. God bless you. The fibroids are the same thing. And I'll get into some sicknesses because every week I'm getting a load of people who are sending me inboxes telling me how they're feeling better, they're getting healed, things of that nature as we begin to deal with some of these problems. Let me just say this. Just know this. I cannot stress to you how drenched, okay, how far I am tied into the understanding of words. Jesus said it like this: by your words, you're justified. By your words, you're condemned. And so I want you to understand that when you send your children to school, the school system is designed not to teach your children to be smart. God bless you, Mama. God bless you. That's my mother there, Shirley Scarborough. God bless you. And I know that sounds crazy. A lot of things I say, you're going to have to shake yourself from all your constant brainwashed programming. You're going to have to deprogram. The school system itself is not designed to help your children to become smarter. They're designed to program them. And I'll just share a little bit about school before we go to the next topic, these hurricanes and all of this. And I am watching the school system. You got to understand what a system is and what a school is. First of all, they don't want your kids to be smart. The United States has more, okay? Thank you, Brother Hinton. The United States has more technology, has more opportunities, and our children are far below the standard of education. Go back and go do your research. And it is because they do not want smart children. They want children who are trained and programmed. That is why it is important that from the time you begin school, I'm getting ready to get into some stuff. Y'all hang in there with me. Good morning, Sister Gordon. You are taught to move to the sound of a bell. Okay? I don't have time to get into the history and the origin of why you have a bell. But everything is done by the bell. And you got to know what bell is and what bells come from. Like doorbells, like the bell of a phone. I challenge you to look up Alexander Graham Bell, who you were told is was the inventor of the phone system and so on and things of that nature. And that's not true. Okay. You got to understand that was a name given to him. Okay. Alexander Graham Bell. Bell. What do you mean? When the bell rings, you get up, you go to the next class. This is what school, listen to the words, school is about. You see, a school is a group of fish. Y'all didn't hear what I just said. And when you send your kids, well, hold on for a minute. What is a kid? Can somebody right there, come on, somebody type, whatever you call it, type in what is a kid? And you need to understand how they're programming you to think. Let me just loosen your brain up. Let's do some brain exercises, because when you go to church, they want you to leave your brain at the door. When you cut on the television, you got to leave your brain at the door. Everything you do, you have to leave your brain at the door. So I'm taking requests. Somebody asked me to talk about going back to school. Anytime I talk about, thank you, Deacon Jamal Harris, a kid is a baby goat. So they're telling you the kids are going back to school. The gullible sheep, okay? The baby goats are going back to school. They're going back to school. What is a school? A school is a group of fish. Come on, Sister Cooks. Come on, Crooks. Come on in. Have you ever seen a school of fish? They all travel. They move simultaneously. They move, and there's one fish in the front, just ever so, just a little bit in front of the others. And if you look, when one fish turns, they all turn together at the same time. That's what a school is. They're programming your children. They're programming your children not to be business owners, not to be people who advance, but to be people who learn to work in their corporations, to work jobs. And that is why it is important that we get parents who begin to educate these children at home. I'm not going to stay on this topic, but I feel like I need to go ahead and share. Am I making some sense? Watch for the schools. It's all programming. It's all what? Programming. Programming? Schools following the suit. When the bell rings, go to the next class. Go to the next class. Are y'all listening? That is what all of this is about. Class. It is how they divide us. And I'm telling you today, when you send your kids back to school, if you don't go back with them, they're going to lose them. Okay? Now, I'll say a couple more words about going back to school, and I'll get to the next topics. So you got kids, which I told you, when you watch me on Wednesdays, I'm going to make you think, and I'm going to show you that words mean something, and that there are people who are much smarter than you, much smarter than us, who sit in a higher place of power, who are programming you. They have programmed you. Okay? So you say, send the kids back to school. The kid is the baby goat. Back to school. The school is the group of fish that turns and goes everywhere that all the other fish go. And then we say, we get ready, because watch this. Here's the key. The government don't want the parents involved. They want you to work all day, if you work, or be on the internet all day. We'll come back to that. And then most of your children's time is spent with a stranger. Okay? Programming them. When the bell rings, they get up and go. This is so important. The bell. Go back and look up Baal worship. This is where the term Alexander Graham Bell, that wasn't his name. And one day I'll explain to you how the government has moved and changed folks' names. I dare you to go look up Martin Luther King. See, y'all think I'm crazy, but you need to go back and research. These are not even these folks' real names in many cases. Go look up Malcolm Little. You thought it was Malcolm X's real name. Go back, look at Barack Obama. Barack Obama was not your president's name. Did you know that? See, our people are destroyed because of a lack of knowledge. And when you find out names, you find out the etymology, you find out why they were even created, you get an idea of what these agendas are about or why they're here. What are their motives? Now, are y'all still there? Are y'all there? Okay. Now, well, good for you, Sister Johnson. Now, let me say this. If you can homeschool, wonderful. Thank you, Brother Dalton, Sister Dalton. You just put the real name of President Obama. I said this years ago. They got mad with me. I'm not even going to get going on that. So now, Couple more closing remarks, because you know I get long-winded. Whenever y'all bring up topics, I just can't stop. Okay? School, a group of fish. The bell, like Alexander Graham Bell. Okay, like when you go to somebody's door, you ring a door bell. You got to understand what the significance of the bell is. Okay? Now, one more thing I want to say to you about these schools. They want to move the parent or the guardians out of the way so that they can indoctrinate. Do you know what an alma mater is? The word alma mater means another mother. Did you know that? Oh, I'm going back to my alma mater. An alma mater means another mother. See, they're not lying to you. They're just teaching you how to lie to yourself. They're replacing the mothers with an alma mater. An alma mater, another mother. That's why you send your kids, baby goats, to a school, which are nothing but fish that follow each other. Everybody's following each other to go by the Jordans. Everybody's following each other to go to the show. Everybody's following each other to the weed house. Somebody just said Obama's real name. I knew. I just found out Martin's real name. Listen, you only gonna get this information like this here. I keep telling folk, you want it, you like and share, like and share, like and share. I'm going to give you that real. Listen, even the athletes, one day I'll talk about the athletes. That's not even their real names in many cases. Okay? So when you go back to school, remember that you're sending your kids to a program. And everything that the powers that be does, the government, which is gouvernow, the word gouvernow means to control. Mint means mind. Sister Grace said, what did she miss? Nothing. We just broke down what going back to school really is about. What a bell is and how folks' name like Alexander Graham Bell ain't really his name. That he didn't really create the phone. And they gave him that name to follow out bell worship. That's why everything is done on the bell. You ring the bell. Ring my bell. The doorbell. Wedding bells. And so on and so forth, the importance of bell. Everything is done by the bell or the ringing. Hold on, why do you ring a bell? Because if you know about, oh man, y'all gonna get me in trouble. Do y'all want me to keep going? Because I will. When you ring a bell, you ring a bell? You ring a phone. You ring a phone. What do you mean? You want to give me a ring? Baal worship. In the Bible, there was a god named Baal, which is also known to be the god called Lord of the Rings. Holy smoke, Lord of the Rings. Listen to what you were saying. Everything you do is done in a program called Baal, okay, worship, which is done on the ring, because he's the Lord of the Rings, called Saturn, like Liberty Bell. Saturn, okay? Saturn. Saturnalian, which is the planet of the what? Ring. Okay, Sister Lenise says stay on it. The ring. That's why everything you do it with rings. You got a wedding ring. You got a ring of the phone. You got an ear ring. Because when they worship Baal, yes, they did it and they said, what we're doing it until our God, the Lord of the Rings. That's why the Olympics has the rings. You know, like the Audi symbol. It's nothing but Baal tributes, Baal rituals. But that's another topic. That's enough of that. Okay? Remember, they're programming. And if you have not done this, go to my site right now. Thank you, Sister Fulton. That's why I'm here for y'all. Go to my site, PastorRob.us. Get the series called Unplugged. Because if you don't, good morning, Minister Sims. God bless you, sir. If you don't go back and see how to unplug or be deprogrammed, you're going to be lost with all the other fish in the school. Are y'all hearing me? Now, you can't rely on television. Listen, since we talk about words, I'll get to witchcraft and all that word. This is nothing but the occult. The word occult means hidden. Words, you can't rely on the school to educate or program or teach you. Okay? Remember, for those that are just coming in, like and share, they asked me about going back to school, sending the kids. I told them, you got to know what you're saying. Your kids are not baby goats. That's what the word kids are. A school is a group of fish, and they do everything simultaneously. When one turns, the others turn. The word Baal comes from Baal worship. That's why they don't want to make your kids smarter. They simply want to train your kids to move to the sound of the Baal, like Alexander Graham Bell, and the ringing of the Baal. This is all a recap. The ringing of your phone, the earrings. When you get married, you got to have a wedding ring. It's all tributes to the god of Saturn, okay? Now, I'll get to the hurricanes in a minute because a lot of folks not getting this. Okay, you got to know what you're saying, but you have to get away from, you have to deprogram. You have to become unattached. And that's why I'm here today. Everybody not going to get this. Some of y'all going to sit around and say, it ain't nothing to it because you don't believe stuff stink, but it do stink. It does. Okay, I need y'all. Good morning, Sister Wilkerson. God bless you. I need you to get this. Now, to continue on, don't rely on the television. The television? Tell lies to the vision? Tell our vision? Tell our vision? Hold on. Because you call the television a TV what? Program. What are they doing to you through TV? Programming you. When you sit back on your armchair, you watch TV watch this, with the remote control. What are they doing? They're telling lies to your vision through programming, TV programming, while you flip to the remote control. Because you ain't controlling the TV, because TV is controlling you. When you sit back in your armchair, your easy chair, and you watch the TV console, good morning, Sister Nikisha. The TV console. This is how you get rocked to sleep. Watching the so-called news. That's not news. What you see on these big stations, CNN and all these, that's not news. They don't report news. They make news. I'll get to that another time. Okay. News is simply north, east, west, and south. Did you know that? That's what it means. It means they're telling you what they want you to believe happens north, east, west, and south. That's where you get the word news. Just keep talking, and I'm going to keep answering. Y'all want me to talk about school? And I know that a lot of folks now, the kids don't really watch TV. Now everything is done by the internet. Enter what? Listen to what she just said. See, if y'all talk, I'm telling you, it just makes me think of everything I need to tell you. Entertainment. Just keep talking. Entertainment. It's for entertainment? Entertainment? Yes. It's for entertainment. Go look up the word entertainment. So now we don't watch TV. We watch the internet. Hold on for a minute. Our children are being programmed and caught up in the internet, which is the World Wide Web. I know what got you caught up. The web. Good morning, sister. Good morning, Sister Belinda. God bless you. The World Wide Web got you caught in the net while you're surfing. Huh? Surfing? Taking gigabytes. Oh, y'all, listen, I'm telling you, words mean something. It doesn't matter. Media has always been used. Media has always been used to kill your mind, to destroy you. What's up, Brother Boo Jim? What's happening, man? Listen to me. That's why it started with magazines. Magazines is what you load into it's the clip. It's what you load into the AK-47, to the chopper. Are you listening? That's the magazine. And you read the bullet points. Or you go watch TV programming on the TV console. And then you flip through the TV guide. Or if not, you can get on the internet where you can get caught up in the World Wide Web. That's enough of that. Okay? So that's my idea about school, is that if the parents don't begin to educate the children, they will not be educated. And I know there are some wonderful teachers out there, not a lot. I want to salute them, and I want to thank God for good teachers who have the children at heart. God bless you. I do pray for you much. Now, come on, what else, y'all? What else? What else? I got friend requests coming in right now like crazy. Please share. Y'all better go back and watch this. Like and share this. I just explained to you what school is even about. Talking about sending the baby goats back to school. Okay? I'll continue to tell you about words and what words mean and how they have put the words right in front of you. Okay? Right in front of you. Irma. Somebody want to talk about Irma. Okay, let me just tell y'all this. I ain't going to spend a lot of time. Listen, Sunday morning, we spent time talking in our service at the Word Church, 4108 West Clay Street, 12 noon every Sunday. We spent time. Yeah, you got to send your kids to school or they're going to put you in jail. That's another topic. But you need to educate them at home and not rely on the teacher to be the sole alma mater. Remember, the word alma mater means another mother. Did you know that? So you're saying they're taking the mother and the father and the mother out of the way and spending most of your hours with a stranger who becomes your teacher, and they're not properly educating it many times, and you can't sit around and complain. You're going to have to do something about it. And as Pastor Marvin Green always said, be proactive. Okay? I support it. Now, tell Fiji, cut the check. Now, where was I? Let's take a minute and just welcome everybody. We're getting ready. We're in full swing. If you came in, go back and watch it. We just explained to you what school is, the programming, what a bell is, where all that comes from. Understand that all of this means something. Yeah, tell Fiji, cut the check. I ain't gonna keep on. I'm gonna start ripping the sticker off. Somebody need to call me. Now, again, Irma. Thank you, Sister Taliba Scott. Now, I have done a complete teaching, and I'm sorry you all missed it, okay? Explaining to you. See? Did y'all see that, Fiji? Sister Shara said now she buy Fiji. I don't know how long, because I don't trust them that much either. But this is what I found so far. And I'll talk to you later about why I drink Fiji for the time being. Good morning, Sister Deontay. Go back and watch the beginning of this video because we covered some stuff about school. Now, Irma. Okay, not only Irma. Let's talk a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about the hurricane. Thank y'all for sharing. Please share this and like it. Please share it and like it. Let's flood. Good morning. Oh, you just missed. Good to have you, my fellow truth seeker. Yes, it's expensive. Anytime you get anything that's better than anything else, it's expensive. It's cheap to eat bad, of course. It's very expensive to eat right. But it ain't half as expensive as when you're trying to buy medication and drugs and chemotherapy for what they're going to put in you. But anyway, now, I need you to get this. Please go back. For those that are just coming in, we just exposed to you what school is, even what it is. I believe in true education. I believe the word alma mater means another mother. Did you know that? And that the school is just how they train your kids to be fish and to follow the program when the bell rings. I just explained to you what bell is. Okay, so for those of y'all that missed it, I hate to keep repeating myself, but folks are just coming in and y'all just keep missing it. That's why I try to wait. I come on late because so many people miss it. I have to keep repeating myself. I need people to get this. So I'm going to do this one more time. One last time. Thank you, Brother Stokes. Thank you, man. What you cooking today, bro? What you cooking? If y'all haven't done it, go spend some money with that black man. Go spend some money with him. Okay. Listen good. Please. Thank you, Sister Green. Somebody just asked me about school. I'm coming, Sister Lee. I know we talked about the hurricane. We're going to talk about it. We said we're going to talk about the storms. What I would like to tell you is this. Everything that you're watching, everything that you're watching in the news. Remember, they don't report the news. They make the news. Everything that you've been watching from Harvey, and there's some stuff I want to say, but we need more time because if I say this stuff, y'all gonna call me crazy. So especially you sports fans, okay? Somebody, you know what I love? Some of y'all were checking behind me when I told you when we were talking about the bell. When we were talking about bail and why the kids have to ring and go to another bail, okay? Have to move to the sound of the bell. Miss you too. Brother Timothy Harris, miss you too. Good morning, Prophet Dismute. God bless you. The Baal, which makes us go from, it comes from Baal worship. That there's nobody really named Alexander Graham Bell. Just like there's no Barack Obama. There's nobody named Barack Obama. That's a name that was given to him. It has a reason. They have a reason in which they gave him that name. Now, before y'all get mad with me, go and research. Okay? Even Dr. King, go look up the name. Malcolm Little, Malcolm X, it wasn't his name. Go look it up. Go look it up. Some of y'all have beginning to go research behind me, and you're telling me that I'm right. Yes, you can hate Trump, but and don't get mad at me if you hate Trump. You're going to have to find yourself hating all the presidents that came before him. They're all the same people. There is no difference between Republican and Democrat. They're just left wing and right wing, but both wings are attached to the same bird. Y'all didn't hear what I just said. I said both wings are flapping, but both wings are hooked to the same brain from the same bird. Please wake up. Please wake up. Especially you people of color. Please wake up. None of these parties represent you. None of these parties are about you. None of these things will ever benefit you. It's not designed to benefit you. Stop putting your hope and trust into these things. Now, I got to keep moving. The hurricane. Because y'all won't let me get to the hurricane. Okay? I'm going to let you know now. Okay? What you're witnessing is not real. Now, some of y'all ain't going to like what I say. So what I'm going to do is challenge you to research behind me. Don't be like the ignorant people. Oh, yeah. Sister Keita was in church on Sunday. She stood up. You know, we got to kind of, in our church, you can stand up and just say things. And she was researching while I was talking. That's a smart girl. Anytime never listen to a pastor, a politician, lawyers, we're liars by nature. Yeah. And you better know the truth. So it is up to you to go and do your own research to see if these things be so. Yes. Yes, Sister Karen. Yes. Now, I got to get to these weather situations. But in order for me to do this, I got to deal with this cognitive. Good morning, Sister Letitia. This cognitive dissonance. And really what that means, I'm going to tell you what that means in my words. It means some of you all think because you never heard of a thing, it couldn't be true. You know, if you ain't heard of it, pardon my English, if you didn't know it, it must not be so. Because you know everything. You don't know everything, and neither do I. This world does not work the way you think it does. Police don't do what you think they do. Doctors don't do what you think they do. We don't live where you think where we live. This is not a country that you live in. We don't have 50 states. Everything they told you is a flat out lie pretty much. And the more you come on this Warfare Wednesday, I know we kind of veering off, but I have to deal with this because part of warfare is information. My people are destroyed because of a lack of what? Knowledge. Now, everybody, you need to be jotting down these notes so y'all can research. And some of y'all need to be Googling and other things while I'm talking. There's something. What's going on? God bless you, Pastor Marvin Green. Shout out to Anointed Worship Center. 49, I think 09 Government Road. Let me say this. God bless you, Mother Hines. Minister. Now, what you have witnessed is what's called weather warfare. Okay? The powers that be have been using weather modification. Please research this. Don't just fight me. Please. Okay? Weather modification. You should be looking that up right now. They have been using weather modification for almost the last 100 years. In 1967, okay? Look, I'm giving you the dates. I'm even telling you where to go find your trail. In 1967, they launched a mission that lasted around somewhere about 5 years or so. Okay? The 5 years was what they call weather warfare or weather modification warfare. During this time, they were fighting in Vietnam. It is a fact. Don't go tell nobody I'm a conspiracy theorist when I'm telling you to go research the facts. You know how the young people say facts? Facts. Here you go. By the way, those of y'all that just came in, good morning, and go and like and share, please. That's all I ask. Now, whether warfare in 1967 was launched in Vietnam to rain out the troops, to trench and flood out the underground tunnels, and so on and so forth. Now, for those of y'all that didn't know, because you live under a rock, God bless you. That's why I'm here. Okay? Because all the church people are getting on my nerve. I love them, but they're getting on my nerve. Pray that God turn around the storm. Pray. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all been begging God for 100 years to stop these murders in Richmond, to stop this crime. Y'all been begging God to turn the storm around. Hey, I get all that. God can do anything he want to do. But let me tell you why, after 50 years of hearing you beg on your knees to God, I'm a pastor saying this. I am a pastor. I pastor 2 churches. Are you listening to me? Here and in Tidewater. Okay? I've been pastoring 10 years. I've been to seminary. I've been to school. You name it. I've been in debates. You can go on YouTube and see me debate some of Richmond's biggest pastors. I left them in one side on one corner by themselves trying to figure out how they're going to answer what I'm saying. And to God be the glory for that. But I need you to get this. The government, and I use that term loosely, has the abilities through something that we talked about years ago called HARP. HARP is high frequency active aurora research program or something. HAARP. Okay? And what that means is whenever the powers that be want to do something in war, or you say, well, Pastor, what does that have to do with us? We're not at war against ourselves. Yes, we are. I told y'all last week to go look up the flag. How many of y'all checked out that the American flag is not the American flag of, listen, the flag that y'all see, stars and stripes, red, white, and blue, with the horizontal lines, listen, that flag means we're at war. You say, hold on. That's right. High frequency active aurora research program. Thank you, Mr. Hood. I'm a blessing. God bless you. Now listen. I need you to get this. I told y'all to research the flag that y'all say the pledge to. And I say y'all because I do not say no flag. Yeah, they've been begging, Sister Karen, God. I'm a pastor telling you it's a joke. Do you know why we make God look so bad? And I'm talking about the true, most high living God. Not the God, gold, oil, and drugs. Not that one. I'm talking about the one that created man. Okay? The reason they make him look so bad, Mother Edwards is on it. She's on it. She's on it. The reason why they make him look bad is because you got all these preachers that want to have vigils and beg God to stop the crime. God ain't, listen, pardon my English, God ain't done it and he ain't going to do it. When the Bible says when you pray, pray according to to his will. You're begging God to fix the world when God have already told you he has no plans on fixing this world. That's another topic. Now, let's get back to business. Like and share. If you came in, please like and share. Good morning. Hello. I'm rolling now. Every time I don't feel like it, something get in me, y'all get to talking, and now I'm going to let all the cats out of the bag. They're going to have to come and kill me. That's all. They're going to have to. But the Lord got me. The angels are surrounding me. Come on, anybody still praying? Now, watch this. They use it in war and the American flag. Did anybody go do the research that I love it that y'all are putting up sources for this information. Thank you. I put it up last week that the flag that you all see is a flag that represents wartime. But you say, I've never seen another flag. That's because war has been constant since that flag has been in its use. Are you listening? That means you say, well, what about when we're not at war? There has never been a time we're not at war because the war is against the people. Now, I know y'all think that's crazy. So what you should be doing now is you should be Googling the United States flag of, yes, sir, yes, Sister Lenise Dalton, the United States flag of peacetime. You've never seen it because the war is against you. No, you're not going to fix the world. And tell the preachers, Pastor Green, tell them chill out. You're trying to make God look bad and don't even know you are. Jesus said, I pray not for the world. What in the world? See, I feel like Steph Curry. I love the truth. Anybody that know me, he's excited. I'm hyped. I'm charged. Let me tell you why. Understand this. Oh my goodness. How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? I don't want to say too much and leave some folk. The flag of peace, okay? The flag of peace, did anybody look it up? Okay? Is, I think, red and white. And the lines are not horizontal, they're vertical. The war is against you, and let me tell you why. Now, years ago, I came on the radio. No, not everybody is at war because they have a flag. The flag represents that they are at war. Brother Hatchet, thank you so much. Thank you, Sister TT. Yes, thank you. So no, I'm not saying that they're at war because of a flag. I'm saying that the flag is a symbol. That's all flags are. They're a representation of something. Okay? Are y'all looking at the flag? Please, if you see the flag, put yes. Let me see if I can't Google it and find it. I want to show you what it looks like. Thank you, Brother Timothy Harris. You ain't heard nothing yet. I ain't got started. I'm using horrible English. But what is English anyway but the most hypocritical language? Derived from Latin and everything else. That's where you get Italian. That's why you get the word Italian, Latin. That's what Italian is. Jesus said, I pray not for the world. Did you know that's in your Bible? Jesus said, I'm not even looking to fight these people because I'm not of this world. Thank you, Brother Boo. Thank you, Sister Brandis. Yes, thank y'all. Thank y'all. I don't even got to pull it up. Y'all got it. Everybody else pull it up and like and share this video, please. Now, the war is against the people. Now, if you remember, no, I don't know about a rainbow. Not a rainbow. That's the other people's flag. Hold on 1 minute. Not a rainbow. Give me a minute. I'm going to pull it up so everybody can see it. Oh, and Sister Ebony, you are missing it. Lord knows you missing it. We have not even gotten started yet. We ain't even started praying for folk. We haven't even talked about cursed objects and curses and witchcraft. We haven't even got to that. We're just talking about the hurricane, and I think I got to take time to do that on Warfare Wednesday. Mr. Harvey. Mr. Harvey. Please remind me. Somebody put up a note. Talk about Harvey. Talk about Harvey. Talk about it. Hold on for a minute. Hold on. American Peace Flag. I'm Googling. Going to images. There it is. That's it. Yes, people are doing research. You got to do it around me. You can't come into my church. You can't come into my life and walk around ignorant. Walking around shouting, talking about, won't he do it, won't he do it, won't he do it? What is he doing? Do you know what he's doing? Then you'll know how to pray. Jesus said, I pray not for the world, but for those that the Father have given me. I'm not here to fix everybody. There's only some people that's going to get it. And those are the people I'm talking to. Pretty soon, like right now, I got 53 people on live. Pretty soon, folks ain't even going to want to deal with me. This number may decrease because people don't want to go all the way with the truth. Trust me when I tell you that. Folks don't really want the truth. Okay? Thank y'all for sharing and liking. We got 58 people. The number is growing For those that are just coming in, go back and look at it. Now, I got to go back to the hurricane. I got to go back. If you just came in, please like this, share this, and go back and watch the beginning of this video. You need it. Please, I beg you. Now, watch this. I need you to get this. They declare war on their own people, which is us. Last week, we found out that America is not even a country. Do I need to talk about that again quickly? America, there is no America. It's now the United States, which is a corporation. The United States died in the 1800s after the Civil War, where the North fought against the South, and there was only some people left. Yes. They send $1,000 seeds, and that's where they give their money to, Sister Keita. That's why the Word Church haven't built the building yet, because people don't pay for the truth. They pay for people that romanticize them. That's why they tried to blackball me. That's why you only got maybe 2 churches that will even invite me to come preach in Richmond. That's why they tell everybody to stay far away from me. It's true. It's true. And then most of you all, I love y'all, but even y'all don't come out and support the truth. You want a freebie? You want to come and listen to me and then go back to your church on Sunday where you don't get any information. You just go back through the same ritual, and that's like you put your offering there. So that's like eating at McDonald's and paying at Burger King. Ouch, it's true. You can't eat at McDonald's and pay at Burger King. And that's what y'all do. You come here to get the real truth, and you go back and put your money, your tithe. I'll leave that alone. Anyway, now, here we go. The hurricane. I can't even get going. The hurricane. Okay? The hurricanes are attacks by the government. And I want you to look up cloud seeding. Somebody posted this. Let me go to my page. I'm going to show y'all. Somebody posted this and did research behind me. When I told you that it's cloud seeding, okay? For those that don't know, they can make it rain. I know you think only God send the weather. It is easier to make it rain. It is easier to make it rain than it is to create a television set. Making it rain, I ain't talking about in the strip club, y'all. I'm talking about from the sky, from clouds. It's simply mixing together. What is it? Hydrogen, oxygen, what is it? Mixing together gas. It's chemistry. Okay? So you get water vapor. Somebody posted on my page, you could go and look up how they do this. I'm looking for it right now on my page. Somebody, I want you to go look on my page, go down on my page. And you'll see somebody tag me in the video. I left it up. I left the video up so everybody could see that somebody's doing research. Silver iodide. Mother Edwards is on it. Yes, they're changing the weather. Sister Gordon says, I had a professor create a hurricane in class out here in Florida. Yes. Now, let me get past that. I'm scrolling down in case y'all wondering. I ain't reading this stuff. It's in me. Hold on. We've been on here an hour already. Hold on, y'all. Somebody posted this video and tagged me in it, and I'm about to give them a big shout out. Austin Wright, also Sabrina Smith. Here it is on my page.
Don't worry if you can't hear what I'm saying.
See that machine?
I couldn't even hear myself.
That's NASA.
It's the loudest sound.
Yeah, Brother Boo. That's what happened in Sandy.
And as it turns out, the cleanest.
Oh, shoot. Hold on, y'all. Go to my page and look at that video. Don't do it now.
Now, the most amazing thing is that cloud up there, which was generated by the engine, is just a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen.
Hydrogen and oxygen.
And in about an hour's time, someone in Mississippi is going to get wet washing. It will actually rain.
And there goes the rain. Hour later, it's pouring down.
It's raining. That's unbelievable. Oh. NASA's playing God. It's making its own weather.
Now, what some of y'all can't figure out is why would these people do this to us? Because y'all still believe that they love you. You love your government, your parents. That's who they are, your parents. By law, did you know the law says? Yes, it never rains during it. That's why, Sister Ashley Watts. That's why. Listen, did you know it only rained in one Super Bowl in the history of every Super Bowl? Do you know what? Y'all don't want to hear this. Y'all don't want to hear it. I'm about to bring it. Do you know? I told you if y'all just keep talking, I'm going to give it to you. Do you know only one time? Do anybody know when it rained? Does anybody know the one time it rained in a Super Bowl? The only time in 50 years. It was the year that Prince was doing the Super Bowl highlight or the Super Bowl halftime show. Now, why is that important? Because the day that it rained, for the only time it ever rained, that was done by Prince performed Purple Rain. And it was one of the most electrifying performances you will ever hear. You know what that tells me? What Ashley Watts just said. What Ashley Watts just said was that they can control the weather. That's why it don't rain in the Olympics like that much. And I just told you that's exactly true. And the only time it ever rained during the Super Bowl, the only time, God bless you, Sister Vina Cherie. Please like and share this, y'all. Yes, Brother Rod, I knew you would know. The only time it ever rained in a Super Bowl is when they wanted Prince to perform Purple Rain in the rain. Okay, all right, let me get to this. Because see, the more y'all talk, the more you're going to bring it out. Tell them cut the check. Now, listen good. I'm getting friend requests, y'all. Let me accept these people so they can get in on this action. Phone is freezing. Can y'all hear me? Here we go with this stuff. Whenever I get to talking like this, here come my stuff acting up. What Brother Shay talking about? Digging. I'm getting more requests. All right, listen, y'all. Listen, I'm getting friend requests like crazy. I'm taking it. Now, the question some of y'all want to know, and I know it's fair, is why would they want to do this? Why would they want to do this? Because the warfare, we just discovered that it's wartime, is on the people. Yeah. Yes, brother Boo. Listen good. Come on, y'all. Stay focused. Stay focused. Don't get this. See how easy it is to get distracted? I want you to watch this. Stay focused. Okay? We can party and bull some other time. I need y'all to get this. The government has launched war on its own people like they did in Katrina. Now, I've already done teachings and showed you that Katrina was simply, watch this, Katrina, you can't hear anything. Can anybody hear me? All of a sudden now they're saying they can't hear me. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Let me know quickly. They don't keep it a secret, Brother Brandon. If it was a secret, I wouldn't be. Listen, they've taught us, they programmed us to not look at what's in front of us. We are in the information age. You can look up anything and we know less than we ever knew. It's not a secret no more. I know and you know. Okay, they can hear me. Now, I need to keep moving. Let me know if y'all can't. Okay? Now, because I'm telling you, they have the capabilities. I used to be on the radio. I'm the only radio person I know that every time I got to talk about this on the radio, the signals go out, the whole station shuts down, all kind of crazy stuff. Only when I talk about this. Okay? South Carolina in the house. Let me say this. Let me say this. What they want to do when they did Katrina, when they sent Katrina, like they sent Sandy, okay? Which, by the way, you ought to go back and research the names of these storms, and then you'll understand what's going on. Yeah, it's true. When they send these, thank you for praying, Mom. Thank you, evangelist. Thank you. Listen good. Listen good. Okay? MK Ultra got him. Yes. They under the spell, y'all. All right, hold on. When Katrina happened, they wanted to move large amounts of people. What kind of people are predominantly in that New Orleans area, y'all? Black people. They wanted to move them out of a certain piece of real estate. Whenever, yes, Sister Karen, I'm going to talk about that too. Okay? Listen good. Listen good. Whenever they want to move people out of a piece of real estate, what you're looking at is a mass form of gentrification. Okay? They're doing it on lower levels here. You know, when you go to Church Hill, 35th Street, you got pretty little white girls walking their dogs at 10 o'clock at night. Ain't nobody gonna mess with them. Gentrification. You go down to Post Street, down by the railroad tracks, it look like Dr. Seuss land. They got $300,000 houses. Gentrification. Now you go to New Orleans, and all those people that were washed out of their houses can't go back because the prices to live where that happened, the prices to live there, only rich people can go there. You have to be wealthy to even be able to afford it. I need y'all to get this. Now, where did the people go who left? Because I got to pray for some people, y'all. Let's go. Where did the people go who were kicked out? And I'm going to use that term, kicked out of New Orleans. The people in New Orleans, yeah, Brother Kevin, I got to be, man. The people in New Orleans, yes, Brother CD, that's the key. Go back and research what they did to all the insurance, not having flood insurances. The people were not only kicked out and shipped to Houston, hold on, they went where, y'all? The people who suffered from Katrina, most of them went to Houston, where we just suffered an attack from Harvey. I'll get to that in a minute. Houston? Harvey? What is Houston? Houston is Hughes Town. Hughes Town. Do you know what the etymology of the word Houston is? Hughes Town? Black. Shaded people. Shaded people's town. Yes. And what do you find in Houston? A bunch of black folks. Now, for those that don't know, go research. When they evacuated all them people out of New Orleans after the storm was over, they found all type of expensive, precious metals, all type of natural resources, gold, you name it. And them folks moved in. Those rich white folks, in many cases, moved right in. Are y'all listening? Now you got to ask yourself, what do they want out of Houston? Because the same people they moved from New Orleans to Houston, they're now moving them out. Harvey. Yes. The etymology of a word is everything, Brother Kevin. It's everything. That's why I teach words. Words cut. You put an S in front of it, you got swords. That's what they do. They cut. And they are spells. When folks use words, they're casting spells. Some of y'all ask me, how could they keep this from us? It's a spell. You're under a spell, programming. That's why the words, you put them together by spelling. You call it spelling. Casting spells. No one can afford to move back, Sister Lenise, because they designed it that way. They designed it that way. Now, come on, y'all, because it's been an hour, and I haven't even started. Now, Hughestown, shaded town. Okay? Now, if I really had time, one day I'll tell you how this connects to every event, even sports. Even sports is connected to this. But I don't want to scare y'all because y'all going to really get upset. Y'all not even ready for it, I promise you. Yeah, Creighton, Deacon Jamal, you're right. I told him a long time ago what was going to happen. I sat there, I told Marty Jew at the table with Pastor Marvin Green and a lot of other ones, and I don't know if Pastor Green remember this. We went out to eat after a school board meeting, and I spoke up, and I said they're getting ready to tear down over there by Armstrong and Church Hill. Where the Creighton Court area next. And my brother, good friend Marty Jew said, no, they won't. Son, I've been doing this a long time. And he told me, I said, okay. I left it alone because I already knew what was going to happen. The projects are just that, y'all. They're projects. They're experiments. Did you know that? When they made projects, they made every project as an experiment. That's why they're called projects. They're called projects, and if you go to any place, the projects are always near the interstate. Because if the project goes bad, they can bring in the military. They can bring in the military. Okay? They can bring in the National Guard to control the rats that they put in the rat race called the project. Yes, they do look like army, but yes, brother Deacon Jamal. Now y'all getting it. Is this making sense, y'all? Talk to me. I'm seeing the same people. What about the other 65 people that's over here? Is this making sense? Am I wasting my time? Now, let's get to business. When the fight came, okay, I need to bring y'all in because I often warn y'all. Thank you, Sister Vina. I think it's a Sister Vina Cherie. I can't see if it's a male or female, but thank you, man. Thank you. Now, thank you. Jamal Ali Byron, brother, thank you. Thank you. Brother Howell said he overstand. That's right, you got to overstand. We'll talk about that too. All right, now. Female, yes, ma'am. God bless you, sis. Thank you, Sister Vina. I just can't see, so I don't want to, folks' names, I don't want to mess up nobody, please. I don't charge it to my head, not to my heart. Now, I need y'all to get this. Glenn Henry, my cousin, God bless you. Come on in. Go back and watch this video and like it and share it, please. Now, yes, keep researching, Brother Tyrone Hinton. Everything I'm telling you, you can go and check it for yourself. Now, I want to tell y'all about the sports, but I'm not going to do it today. Just know this. I told my church. At the Word Church, they getting it. Okay? On a Sunday morning, they getting it. What I want to tell you is while everybody was watching the fight, I didn't buy the fight. I got on Instagram. Yes, Sister Karen. Listen, we were meant to meet. We were meant to be put on. Whoever told you about me, I think it's Sister Chiquita. God bless her. God is sending the right people. Now we got to get this army moving. Okay? Thank you so much. Let me tell you this. I need y'all to get this. Yes, Sister Chiquita, please remind me. I often tell you, whenever they got a big event in the sports world, like the Super Bowl or even not even sports related, but especially sports. Okay, yes, the sports is the same thing. Sports, entertainment, and drugs. Cameron. It's how they run the world. But I need you to get this. Everybody is all hype about the fight. You got women don't even know about the fight. Everybody want to watch the fight. Folk going to buy clothes to go wear to watch the fight. Everybody want to get drunk and watch the fight. First of all, I told you that it was used for racial programming. Number one, it was used to further incite racial tension. Because make no mistake about it, they want black people and white people to hate each other. Yeah. And white folks that are watching me, if you think you are at an advantage for real, you're not. In the long run, you are enslaved as well, but you don't know it. And by the way, I love all people. Straight up. I have to. I'm not going to get into that, but that's what it is. Okay? When the fight came on, I wanted to go live, but I just didn't want folks to get mad with me and he's ruining the party. I already told you whenever, and you can ask Sister Shakita, we talked about it Sunday, am I right? All these big fights and big games are distractions. I ain't going to tell you that, Sister Kizzy. But anytime a girl tell you she hoped Floyd beat Mayweather, she got to be one fine fox. You got to be real pretty to be that dumb. Now, let me finish. That didn't come out right. Y'all forgive me. Now, listen good. Listen to the distractions. Does anybody know, I often tell you, are you aware that I often tell people, watch the headlines. The news is telling you things that other people don't know. The news is telling you things that people can't see. They put it in front of you, but we're learning how to read these Masonic Jewish tyrants that run this media. You know, all the media outlets are tied to about 3 or 4 connectors. It's all ran by the same people. Okay, so don't call telling me about BET because that's nothing but the same folk. Viacom. Now, I need you to get this. Brother Simon, what's up, man? Listen, go back and watch this video, please. Okay? Now, during the fight, I was telling people that Tuesday at Bible study. I even told Deacon Jamal, who's right there, I think I might have shared it in front of Brother C.D. Cornelius McLaughlin, and I told Jonathan Minor, all right there in the back of the church about the number 26. Because the fight was on the 26th. I'm not going to get into all that. And he had 26 knockouts, and I begin to tell you, watch. Okay? Now, sports, while they're distracting you, they put it in your face to make fun of you. You are the joke. Yes, it's all government. Okay? I'm not getting off the hurricane. I'm still talking about the hurricane. Now, while the Mayweather fight was on, I was watching everybody go crazy. I was sick to my stomach because I knew what was really going on. And I told people this. Okay? I just didn't go live because I know y'all ain't going to do nothing but talk and say, he always got to ruin the party. That's right. When the big awards come on, it's a distraction. Now, I need you to get this. The big headline, remember, watch the news because they don't report the news. They make the news. That's so important. The big headline this week was, somebody got the best seat in the fight. Now, for those who understand that this was the biggest marketing genius, okay, this fight made more money than any fight in the history of boxing. Okay? Do y'all understand that whoever can get the best seat, that's a big deal? Okay? Now, if you go right now and Google, somebody put down who got the best fight. Who got the best seat in the fight? Because the best seat in the fight could be $100,000. I don't know. Just imagine how much it costs to have the best seat in that fight when there are people that are paying $10,000 and $15,000 just to get and watch the fight. Okay? I need some people to post. It was in the news because they said LeBron James and P. Diddy did not get the best seat. All that money they got, even they couldn't get the best seat in the fight. Look it up. Thank you, Brother Kevin Howe. Sister Shakita says Steve Harvey. Google that so y'all won't think I'm making that up. Google it. It's important that you see. They put it in front of you, but they teach you not how to keep your eyes closed to what you see. Now, while the fight is going on, the news headlines is Steve Harvey. Now, Steve Harvey's a big guy, but he ain't more. There's so many people in the world that should have had a seat before Steve Harvey. Brother Jamal's getting it already. Wouldn't y'all agree? Are y'all seeing the headlines? Diddy and them upset, didn't get the best seat in the fight? The best seat in the fight went to Steve who? Harvey. Where 3 days later, all right, 3 days later, Hurricane Harvey lands. Okay, y'all not getting it. Harvey gets the best seat in the fight of Mayweather. May who? Mayweather? Floyd Mayweather? Now some of y'all say the man can't help his name. He can't help his name. How they just work that out that his name would be Mayweather? You're wrong. Mayweather is not his real name. I keep telling y'all that these names are made up. Man, I get so mad with people that keep fighting the truth. Mayweather is not his real name. And I know I'm yelling, but I'm hyped. I'm charged. Can somebody research Floyd Mayweather's real name? It's all scripted. Floyd Mayweather's real name. Do it now so y'all can understand why they picked Mr. Mayweather fight for Steve Harvey to get the most expensive seat in the house right before Hurricane Harvey hits. Somebody quickly. Yeah, I'm about to hurt some feelings. It's so much stuff I want to tell y'all that I already know you're not going to listen. And this is the stuff that should be going viral. Not pants on the ground, not somebody rapping, not none of that. This is the stuff that we need to make sure goes viral. Thank you, Brother Kevin. Can somebody post the real name of Floyd Mayweather because you thought that was his name? It is not. I'm getting ready to show you. Chastity Been Good Housley, thank you. Floyd Sinclair, I told you. Deacon Jamal Harris, ding, 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 you got it. His real name is Floyd Sinclair. I told you. The reason why he's Floyd Mayweather has another whole background. I can't get into that today. These athletes are renamed. You know, like Eli Apple. His name is not Eli Apple. He went to New York, the state of the Big Apple, where Eli Manning is the star quarterback. And they called him what? Eli Apple. It's all riddles. They're playing games with you. Wake up. Okay. I told you earlier, Martin Luther King, not the real name. Malcolm Little, not the real name. I told you earlier that they're all fakes. They don't report the news. They make the news. So now, for those that are just coming in, you won't hear nothing like this. Can somebody tell? Come on in, Sister Haley. Y'all better watch this. You better watch it from the beginning. It's an hour long. I'm putting out information you can't get from the holler anywhere else. You need to get it. Thank y'all for the likes. Please share this. So while everybody's being distracted with the fight, thank you, Brother Simon, man. I'm trying, man. And all they do is they scare people. Stay away from Pastor Scarborough. He crazy. Don't let him into your church. Don't let him around. Don't do that. It ain't but two preachers in the city of Richmond that would even bring me. And that's Pastor Chris Moore, Pastor Marvin Green. And those are people that are going to come in that I will be fellowshipping with. Not even two. I can't even find them. The rest of them, they're so busy sniffing each other's behind, trying to stay in these cliques. For what, I don't know. I need you to understand. Please go back and watch this. An hour. I need you to get this, y'all. I have spent an hour uncovering everything you need to know. If I come up missing, you know why. If this video gets big enough and I come up missing, you know why. But you can't kill a man that's already dead. I lost everything, so it ain't nothing to me. Y'all ain't talking about nothing. What I'm not going to do is lie to the people and play games. Not another day. If y'all want it, let's get it. So now you got, watch this. What you got? What about Pastor Hodge? I don't know what that means. Pastor Hodge, I have no problem with Pastor Hodge. I'm not speaking about him personally. Seems like a good guy, but no, I don't believe he'll be inviting me over to Second Baptist. Sorry. I just don't. If he does, then I'm open. I invited him. I tried to establish a fellowship with him. All of a sudden, I'm getting interruptions. My whole phone just went out and put, do you want to resume? Anyway, thank you, Sister Malika White. Here you go. I need y'all to get this. So now, Man, for those that are just coming in, y'all going to be confused if you don't go back and watch this. So now I'm telling my church, watch the fights. Watch the football games. Because I can tell you about the Super Bowl. I sat in Deacon Shay, Big Shay's. For those that follow him, a lot of y'all know Shay. Big Shay, one of the deacons to be at our churches. I was at his house for the Super Bowl, sitting on the floor, eating his wife's wonderful banana pudding. This is a true story. And I told him what was going to happen in the Super Bowl, how it was scripted. And folks got up and left too early. Don't remind me to talk about that. But anyway, now, thank you, Brother CD. Thank you. Now, I need you to get this. So you got Steve Harvey making the headlines at the Mayweather fight. At the Mayweather? The Mayweather, because that ain't his real name. We just found that out. That's not his real name. His real name is not Mayweather. I keep telling you, these things are riddles. Okay? They are riddles. These people, Alexander Graham Bell, we went over it, didn't really create the phone. It's not real. It's Bell worship. Ring the bell. Ring my bell. Martin Luther King is not real. I'm going to tell you one day, I'll do a teaching on why they give you these names. Okay? These names have a meaning behind them. Yes, sir, Brother Brew. Yeah, I get it in. When I go to the barbershop on Fridays, down at Arkeys, you can get it there. You can go up in New Kent to Brother JT's barbershop. It's called JT's Barbershop. They talk about it there. He talks about it in there. And at Arkeys barbershop, where I am on Fridays during the day, we have full out service sometimes. Now, you have, watch this. I got to finish this. You have Mayweather fight. Mayweather. You have, can y'all hear me? Sister Karen said it stopped. Can y'all hear me? These ain't nothing but distractions, but we're going to come on, we bouncing back. Can y'all hear me? Yes. Just put a quick yes. I got to finish. Put a quick yes if you can hear me. Can you hear me? 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 Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, come on. Let's go. So you got the Mayweather. Pastor Chris, thank you, sir. Thank you, Sister TT. Thank you, Sister Letitia. All right, come on, y'all. Will Civils. You got Steve Harvey. Y'all Google the headline so you can see it. Who gets the best seat at the Mayweather. Mayweather. One day I'm going to break to you the number 5. The 5th month, which used to be the 3rd month. Mayweather. So watch this, y'all. 3 days before Harvey hits, Steve Harvey makes the headlines for being at the Mayweather fight for the man Mayweather who's known to make it what? Rain. The man that's known to make it rain at the Mayweather fight? Hold on. Let me get to, because I'm going to get to Irma. I'm going to get to Irma. That's why, for those that watch baseball, the latest highlight was that after Houston, after the storm, the first team that they played, I think, was the New York Mets, I think. Is that it? I might be wrong about that. And the headline said on SportsCenter, pitcher to start. Guess what the name of the pitcher was to start against Houston? It said in the headlines, Matthew Harvey, number 33. It's all a joke. It's all a joke. That's why it only rained in one Super Bowl. It only rained in one Super Bowl because they control the weather. And that's the Super Bowl where Prince wanted it to rain, where he performed Purple Rain. Go back and research. Okay. All right. I got to move. Y'all, I spent a lot of time on government today. I spent a lot of time on what schools are, the deprogramming, and words. I got to pray for some people today. I got to minister to some people too. I spent a lot of natural time. Any questions or comments? Yes, the Masonic number is 33. It's everywhere. 33, 13 are very important because they own Walmart. They own McDonald's. Walmart, I told you last week, Walmart is subsidized. That's a whole nother topic, Brother Stokes. But yeah, I think I know what you're going to say. Yeah. Walmart is subsidized. It's government. It's government. Just like McDonald's. That's why McDonald's symbol is not an M. McDonald's symbol is the number 13. When y'all gonna wake up? Don't you see it? Turn it sideways. The M with the line under it to say McDonald's. It's the number 13. Wawa, Walgreens, Walmart. Yes, Pastor Chris. For those that are watching, you need to go back and look at the last hour. I see people coming in. Like this and share it. Like this and share it. Love you, Prophet. I need y'all to get this. Like this and share it. Go back and watch this. We just uncovered some real truth. Okay? Please. Now watch this. Now you got Irma, which I'm watching because I know it's government. I know it's weather modified. Irma. Yes, there are 13 arrows because it started with 13 colonies. Remember, nothing is what you think. They're lying to you. Why don't you get the... Well, they're not even lying. We're lying to ourselves. If I had to ask you how many states there are, do you even know how many states there are? 48, 50 states. No, they're not. You don't have any idea. We've been bamboozled, tricked, ran them up. Okay. I got to get off of this. I got to get off of this. I done said too much. And I ain't said enough. Oh, Lord have mercy. I need y'all to get this. Listen to the words. Why do you think the number 33? Remember the Super Bowl when the lights cut off? Do y'all remember the Super Bowl when the lights cut off? Who has enough power to shut down the power in the Super Bowl? Who had enough power y'all remember, right? Go back and research how long the power stayed out and write it and type it in. It's all programming. They're putting it in front of you. The 49ers game. Now tell me how long was the power out, and then you're going to know who was responsible for putting the power out. Y'all done messed around and got me on here on the second day of school. Shoot. Talk to me, y'all. We've been on almost 2 hours. Was it 2013, Pastor? I'm not sure of the year. But if you remember, it was the Super Bowl and the lights went out. Can somebody research right now so you can see I'm not lying? Tell me how many minutes was the power out? It's factual information. Look it up right now. Tell Fiji cut the check. Sister Karen, you're going to get me in trouble. The 50 and old that Mayweather did was because the number 5 is the number that all sports was ran on this year. It was 33 minutes. What minute? 33. 33. 33. I keep telling y'all, the Masonic Jews that run this place are responsible, and they could tell you that we could shut the Super Bowl down. I don't know what else to say. God bless you. Did y'all just see that? You gotta the next Super Bowl. I could go down the line. I told you what happened with Beyonce. Beyonce? Remember, listen, if y'all think I'm lying, Brother Shay Brown, can you just put something on here now? Brother Shay was on there a minute ago complaining about his toe. If y'all seen him, find him. Brother Shay, are you still there? Because his wife, his wonderful wife and his family took me in their home and invited a bunch of us over for the Super Bowl. I'm going to tell you what I did. Yes, Masonic Jews. Is Brother Shay there? I'm going to show you one more thing about the Super Bowl, then I'm moving. It's 33 minutes. If you watched it, it was 33 minutes. That's the highlight. I promise you. I'm going to show you one more highlight about sports having to be connected. Oh, it was. No question about it, Sister Sean. Don't even worry about it. I told you I'm the book. You ain't got to look, but you should. Come on, man. Listen. Can somebody please? Is Brother Shay there? Deacon Shay, are you there? Let me tell you why. I went to his house. And when the Super Bowl was on, I told him, and what about Brother Boo Jinx? Some of the people from the barbershop. I told everybody in the barbershop before, I said, if you want to know what's going to happen in the Super Bowl, watch the halftime show. Oh, you crazy. It's a conspiracy theory. Listen. Who did the halftime show this year? Who did the halftime show this year? Lady Gaga. I'm going to tell you, it was Lady Gaga. Can y'all check that? I don't want to give you nothing that you don't check. Lady Gaga did the halftime show of the Super Bowl. I told everybody. I went on record. I went on live. I went on in the barbershop. I wish I could tell you about the guy that walked into the barbershop and threw a stack of money on my lap. I'm not going to say who he is because then I'd be snitching. He threw a stack of money on my lap and said he had been listening to me. And as he had been listening to me, he'd been playing Vegas with the stuff I was telling him about the sports. True story. Boo Jink go to the barbershop. Okay? Now, Lady Gaga did the Super Bowl show. I sat in Brother Shay, Deacon Shay's floor. I was eating that good banana pudding that his wife, Sister Shamara, I'm telling y'all who to ask. And brother, what's my brother name? All my brothers that was there. Okay? Went to Armstrong from church here. All of them that was there. Listen good. I told them, watch the halftime show. Now, when is Lady Gaga's birthday? When is Lady Gaga's birthday? When is her birthday? Can somebody Google that now, quickly? I've been on for 2 hours, y'all. Pretty soon I'm going to have to give in. When is Lady Gaga's birthday? Somebody Google it. I want y'all to find out so you won't think I'm making this up. Because I sat there before. This ain't nothing new to us. We've been talking about this. There it is. Somebody did the research. March the 28th. Nope. It's March the 28th. Not August the 16th. Lady Gaga's birthday. Go back and look at it. I don't want any discrepancies. Go back and look at it. There you go, Pastor. I want to make sure you got it. Because people are going to listen to what you say. 328. Now, what was the halftime score? What was the halftime score? That's all right. That's all right, Pastor. Don't even worry about it. What was the halftime score of the Super Bowl? Can somebody post it? Quickly. What was the score at halftime of this year's Super Bowl? Quickly. For those that are just coming in, go back and watch the rest of this video. Please, you missed an hour worth of good information. 28-3. Thank you, Jules, Juju, Locklear. Now, Lady Gaga's birthday is March the 28th. That's 3/28 or 28/3. Note, Taliba, you're wrong. 28-3. 28-3. Okay? Now, Lady Gaga's birthday is 28-3. Okay? 28-3. Well, Sister Kita, this is all you got to know right here. The greatest comeback of all time was 25 points after the half. And so you know if it was 25 points, it couldn't have been 21-3. It had to have been 28-3. Okay? Now, you say, well, that was just a coincidence. No. Lord, Taliba, you all over the place. I know you don't watch football. She talking about 38-3. Jermaine Bergamore, God bless you. Please go back and look at this video, y'all. And please share it. That's all right. That's all right, Sister Lever. Now, I told him when I was sitting in Deacon Shay's floor, and I told the whole barbershop, if you watch the halftime show, you're going to know what's going to happen in the game. It was 28-3. Lady Gaga did the show. Lady Gaga was also on The Simpsons. And Lady Gaga's birthday is 28-3, which came back to be the greatest comeback, 25 points. It was the AFC's, I believe, 25th Super Bowl. Tom Brady's 25th postseason win, I believe. Check that. 25th. Well, hold on for a minute. I'm going to give you one more and I'm done with sports because y'all ain't going to believe it anyway. One more. So the year before that, who did the Super Bowl halftime? Then I got to get back to some other stuff. I'm only doing this because 53 people are on here live and they keep asking me to keep going. So let's go. Who played in the Super? Watch this. I need y'all to come on, respond quickly. The Super Bowl before that, who was in the Super Bowl and who did the halftime show? Nope, it won't Bruno Mars. Nope, it was not Bruno Mars. Who did the Super Bowl? Who was in the Super Bowl? Let's start with that. Before last year's Super Bowl. Who was in the Super Bowl before last year's Super Bowl? If you just coming in here, please go back. Thank you, Pastor Chris. I'm letting y'all do the research. Don't listen to what I say. I keep telling you that the hurricanes, that the government stuff is connected to sports. And I know that's going to hurt y'all because I love sports, but I got to tell y'all it's all rigged. That's why the Patriots went on to win Super Bowl after 9/11. After 9/11, they started the Patriots Act. The Patriots dynasty. But anyway, watch this. Thank you, Jules. Juju Locklear says, God bless you, Jackson Familiar. Watch this. Carolina and Denver. Now, I just broke down to you. Now, when this Super Bowl came, I told them in the barbershop again. And I received a lot of help on this information. I did. Okay, this part of the information, I most certainly did. Because I never thought to put it together. I want you to get this. You had, watch this, Beyonce did the halftime show. Now, I just showed you how Lady Gaga told you her birthday, gave you the whole score, comeback, and all of that. Now, if you remember, Beyonce did a tribute and got in all this big trouble because she did a tribute to the Black Panthers. I'm giving to show you sports is nothing but rigged riddles. The Zionist Jews that control Vegas, that control the NFL, that control the NBA, that control boxing are in control, and they tie this in with current events. Now watch this. Beyonce did a tribute to the Black Panthers. Can somebody double check that so y'all won't think I'm making that up? Remember she got in trouble? Okay. It was all over the news. Well, the Black Panthers were celebrating, I think its 50th anniversary. The Black Panthers were celebrating its 50th anniversary. Well, watch this. The Super Bowl the NFL was also celebrating its 50th Super Bowl history. It was the NFL's 50th anniversary. Do y'all remember? Now, always watch the halftime show. Just like Lady Gaga, Beyonce was in black, yes. She did a tribute to the Black Panthers. The Super Bowl was in the Bay Area. Do y'all remember that? The Super Bowl was in the Bay Area. See, good God, I need y'all to get this. God, I need y'all to get this. They tell you what's going to happen. That's why after Katrina, the Super Bowl was in New Orleans. And that's why Houston was where the Super Bowl was last year. And this year now we have the big storm. Okay, coincidence. Yeah, okay. All right, stay with me. Beyonce, are y'all there? I keep seeing phone freezing. Are y'all there? Are y'all there? Come on, I gotta go. I got to go. Okay, Trina Crook says yes. Leticia Walker says yes. Okay, Pastor says yes. Brother CD says yes. Sister Shaw, all right. Now, remember, she caused all that trouble for the Black Lives Matter tribute. Because not Black Lives Matter, excuse me, y'all, please erase that. The Black Panther, okay? The Black Panthers, all right? Brother Locklear say I'm right, okay. The Black Panthers anniversary was 50 years, and the Super Bowl's anniversary was 50 years. Now, let me show you, I told them before at the barbershop, it's nothing but racial tension. I told my church this too. They're inciting racial tension. What is the symbol of the Black Panthers? Come on, type. We got to go. What is the symbol of the Black Panthers? Duh. Come on. I can type it faster than y'all. What is the symbol of the Black Panthers? Yeah, but it's a panther. It's a Black Panther. And then they have the fist. It's a Black Panther. Right, the Black Panther. Duh, Black Panthers. And then they throw up the fist. But now watch this. Watch this, y'all. It's all programmed. Who was in the Super Bowl that year? Who was in the Super Bowl again? Thank you, Pastor. Thank you. The Carolina who? The Carolina Panthers. Have you ever seen the Carolina Panthers? I got to pick my phone up on this one. Have you ever seen the Carolina Panthers symbol, their logo? It's a Black Panther. Oh, y'all not listening. Y'all not listening. The Black Panther, that's right, Denver and Carolina Panthers. The Black Panther, which was, watch this, led by Cam Newton. Now, who was the leader of the Black Panthers? Huey Newton. Cam Newton, Huey Newton, to play against the White Horse. Anybody that knows about a White Horse represent two things: heroin or the Ku Klux Klan. They put the Black Panther against the what? White Horse, the KKK. It's all predictive programming to continue to push through riddles. I know y'all don't believe it. I'm just trying to make you think. Huey P. Newton, and then she does the tribute. Okay, I'm done with this. Is anybody learning anything? It ain't that many coins. I'm giving y'all every game. I just took you through 3 Super Bowls and showed you the constant. We talked about the school today. How long I've been on? Jeez Louise. Okay. I need to take a break. I don't know how we got on this. I have no idea. But can y'all share and like? I'm seeing a lot of new faces. Can y'all share and like? I know y'all don't want to believe this. It's fake. The number 5, Sister Karen, is she still there? Because I saw one of our new watchers. She don't go to my church. She's not under my care of any type. Is Miss Karen still there? She's new to this Warfare Wednesday. Is she still on? Is Miss Karen still on? I think it's Pitchfoot or something. Is she still on? Because I'm going to tell you something that she saw. She said, I don't even know if she know what she said. She hit it on the money. I had to do all of that just to bring you up to speed. Is Miss Karen Yeah, that one, the one, Sister Keita, you know. If she's still there, okay. Now watch this. Sister Karen, about 40 minutes ago, you put up the number 50, the number 5. And you talked about Mayweather, because I already explained to you why it's Mayweather. I told you that ain't his real name. Yes, the Denver airport does. You got to know why stuff is the way it is. You got to know why Minnesota is very important with the storm that's happening now, because Minnesota is the land of 1,000 lakes. That's where you get the Los Angeles Lakers from. The Los Angeles Lakers used to be the Minneapolis Lakers. The land of 1,000 lakes. That's where you get the LA Lakers from. Oh, y'all better wake up. Yes, it's Mayweather because May is the 5th month. Now, let me talk to Miss Karen for a minute because she already was on it. She's already on it. 50, yes, it is a year of Jubilee for the Jews, but I'm going somewhere else. In basketball, I told everybody about the 3-5 connection. Matter of fact, I ain't going to do that. I can't do it. Just know this. It's a reason why Joel Osteen couldn't open his church to the 5th day. You know when they said Joel Osteen opened his church on the 5th day? They put it in the headlines and folk don't know it means something. 5th day. The 5th day. Why did the headline say he couldn't open it to the 5th day? Well, go back and look at the sports. Mayweather is now 50-0. Mayweather is now 50-0. Okay? Houston, the land of the 5-pointed star. The land of the 5-pointed star, where 5 policemen, shout out to RFG, 5 policemen were gunned down. Okay? I need you to get this. This year in the NBA, because all the sports are connected. That's what I need y'all to know after this. All of this was connected. Sister Kashera, we've been there for 2 hours. You got to go back and watch this and share, please. Watch this. Watch this. This is so important. The 50-0 Mayweather, which had Steve Harvey to get the best seat 3 days before Hurricane Harvey would hit where Joel Osteen lives, and where he wouldn't open his church till 5 days later. The news report says Houston under 50 inches of water. Okay? The NBA says Kevin Durant, remember last year? The big headline says Kevin Durant, number 35. I told you, watch the 3-5 connection in all the sports. Watch it. Remind me. I'm getting ready to show it to you about Osteen and why all this connects. I told him in the barbershop, all sports are connected. That's why in the Royal Rumble for wrestling, which is fake, like all other sports are, the 2 people that fought in the Royal Rumble were from Atlanta and from New England or Boston. So then they synced every sport to be the same. Now watch this. Watch this. The 5 connection, the 3-5. In the land of Hewstown, the 5-pointed star, Dallas fans, where 5 policemen were gunned down and they were under 50 inches of water, and everybody went to the Mayweather. What weather? May. That's not his real name. May is the 5th month. And it used to be the 3rd month if you go back and look at the original calendar. The 5th month, the 3-5. Kevin Durant is number 35. The highlights this year said Kevin Durant, listen to me good, his coach died. Remember? His coach died at age 35. I hope y'all researching this. He died at age 35. He did a tribute to him and put on the jersey number 35. Are y'all listening? Where he later played on Martin Luther King's Day. Go back and look at the game that was played on Martin Luther King Day, where I went in the barbershop and told him about the number 35 because they had already put up the tribute on ESPN. He scored 35 points and Golden State beat Cleveland by 35 points. Hold on for a minute. Hold on. I need y'all to get this. Kevin Durant, who would beat out LeBron James, who is number 23. 2 and 3 is still 5. 35 would beat out number 5. Tom Brady, who won the Super Bowl, is number 12. That's 1 and 2. Again, it's 3. Tom Brady would finish, watch this, with 5 Super Bowls. 5 Super Bowls. That's right. Number 3, which is 12, 1 and 2, would finish with 5 Super Bowls, like Kevin Durant would make LeBron end up being 3 and 5 in the championship. It's all riddles and numbers. And I know y'all are getting confused, so I'm going to leave it alone. But this is what I want to say. When Joel Osteen couldn't open his church, he couldn't open it to the 5th day. They told him that. Who is they? The powers that be. Because Joel Osteen's birthday is March the 5th. 35 again. 3 and 5 again. Go back and look at it. They're playing a dirty game of riddles with the people. I'm done. I didn't even get to the spiritual stuff. Yes, they use all types of numerology. Vedic numerology. Kabbalah. Okay? Gematria. The process of coding numbers and words. Masonic symbolism. That's all you got. You don't even know they even run the music. They control the music. When you call your boys your dog, that ain't no hood term. That came from the Masons. The hood is a symbolism of the Grim Reaper. We live in the hood. You want to know why people keep getting killed? They get killed because they hood niggas. They're hood niggas. Okay, y'all pardon me with the N-word, but you know what it is. Hood niggas. Why you think they call them? That comes from the Masons. Music is even more clear. It's all Masons. Masonic symbolism. That's why Jay-Z got an album called Blueprint. And his daughter's name is Blue Ivy. And he got the blue pill. Are you listening? Yes. Yes. I need to break open music next. I'm going to stop. I want to pray for some people. I know that's way off topic. When I come back, can y'all remind me? I need to talk about how they control music, how they control movies. And I'm going to walk you through it. Words mean something. I got to get ready to close, y'all. Anybody need prayer requests today? I know we didn't get to talk about curses and all of that. But today, because of what's coming with Irma, by the way, Irma means goddess of war. I keep telling y'all, it's a war on the people. The word Irma means goddess of war. Prayer request. Prayer request. Prayer request. We got to go, y'all. I'm sorry to cut it. Can y'all like and share this? Please like and share this. If you're just coming in here, I beg you to watch this video and share it. I beg you to watch it. Please go to my website, pastorrob.us, and download Unplugged if you want to understand how a lot of this stuff works with the government and all that. Unplugged. I'm going to do another one soon. If you would like a video copy of this live, Brother Austin makes them. You can purchase it. He sells them. You can get them. You can get a video copy of this and pass them out. Why not give them out to everybody? I'm getting friend requests like crazy. Hold on, y'all. We're getting ready to close. But we're going to pray out. We're going to pray out. Please go back and watch the beginning. Rap music is used as feminism A tool of feminism, yes. Everything they're doing is a tool of feminism. That's why they put remind me to talk about the bathrooms. Remind me to talk about the bathrooms. Why they had the gender bending bathroom episode where everybody's sharing co-ed bathrooms. It's all tributes, rituals to the government that does everything in sex. Don't you know that the word commerce means sex? Did you know that if you go to a law dictionary, commerce means sex? You thought it was buying and selling. No, it's sex. It's sex. That's why you have to have an act of Congress, because Congress and commerce deal with sex. That's where you get the word conjugal or caress. Yes, the skinny jeans, men showing their figure, is all part of the chopping off of the man's malehood, manhood, the mass emasculation. There's so much more I want to talk about, y'all. But as you can see, I went 2 hours and I ain't even get started. I never even got started. We were supposed to talk about curses and breaking them. I didn't even get to it yet. I need to come back. Do y'all want to come back? Anyway, I was getting ready to say something. Oh, accept these Facebook requests. We're getting ready to go. I need y'all to like this, re-like it, flood the timelines. I got some haters out there that don't want to see us get heard. But I'm asking y'all to flood the timelines today. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, that don't make sense. All right. Thank you, Pastor. We're praying for you as well. Over on the deal. Congratulations to you cutting the ribbon, brother. Congratulations to you cutting the ribbon, brother. Yeah, it's real. For those that are just coming in, we got 2 hours you got to go back and watch. I did not get to the prayer element of it, the spiritual end, so we need to come back again. I just don't know when. We need to come back. Father, in Jesus' name, I thank you today. God, I magnify you and I bless your holy name. I thank you for truth today, God. I thank you that the truth, it'll set men free today, God. It will set men free today, God. Let the words fall on good ground. Open up eyes of those whom you have, Father God, already purposed to see and eat. God, I pray against every lie. I pray against every destruction through government programming, through the powers of the air, the things that be. God, keep our children in your hands. God, you said you would keep your people and that you would watch us, the pilgrims and strangers passing through. God, today I pray that you would work a miracle. Somebody's in need today. As I get ready to close, I'm lifting up some folk today. If you just came in here, I just exposed the whole truth. When this video is over, I beg you to go back. They might cancel this video. I've had videos taken down by Facebook. My best video I did on the presidents, they took it down. I don't know what they did with it. They got rid of it. I got it backed up, reloaded. They took it down again. I'm telling you, it's real. Brother Craig Jones, thank you. This ain't no joke, y'all. And I haven't even begun to really deal with the issues that are plaguing us from a spiritual standpoint. But if you want to know what's going on, the fix is in. And this is what I want to tell you. while everybody was caught up in the fight. I tell you, watch what they passed through. I'm usually on every Thursday, Brother Vashawn. Wednesday in the morning. But just follow me on Facebook. And I'll come on live anytime, I guess. Do you know what they passed through while everybody was distracted with the Mayweather event and the storm? They passed searching for truth, please. Yes. By the way, go look at what they passed. Somebody post what they passed. Because folks are asking me, I'm getting inboxes. If you want to come out, we meet every Sunday. Now, we don't just talk about these things. We talk about marriages. We talk about homes. We talk about it all. Yeah, we could do an evening session if that's what y'all want. I just got to put it together. But for those of you that are free, come see me at 4108 West Clay Street. You can write down any question. When the ushers give you a program in our church, we give you a sheet of paper. So you can write down whatever topic you want me to talk about on any given Sunday, and then we interactively have church. So you can question me. Okay? 4108 West Clay Street. Not 4801, 4108 West Clay Street. Cherry Denise Johnson out. Is that Missouri? Wow. Well, you need to go to our site, pastorrob.us, and start downloading the teachings that we have. Get unplugged first in reference to what we've been talking about today. During the election time, I exposed what the election really was. Today, we found out who Obama really was. Found out who Martin Luther King really was, who Floyd Mayweather is. I ain't finished praying. I talk and pray. See, prayer is not a thing. Prayer ain't a thing you go like this. Prayer is just talking. Sometimes when you're talking, you stop and you talk to somebody else. You come back and say something else to God. You talk to somebody else. It's a language. It's a lifestyle for me. Prayer is not bowing your head and Lord, no. We need to talk about generational curses that are plaguing the people. Folks are now complaining not being able to hear me, so we're gonna get back. We're gonna get back. When do y'all want to come back on? Okay, everybody's video is messing up. I'm getting ready to end it. 4108 West Clay Street, every Sunday at 12 noon. Every Sunday at 12 noon, we meet all the needs of the people. We give them a healthy and balanced meal of all type of things, from marriages to relationships to being single to the government payment. We preach the truth. Okay? Spiritual insight. For those in the Tidewater area, we meet on Thursdays, and we meet every Thursday at 1570 North Military Highway, the Holiday Inn. Okay? 7:30 doors will open at 1570 North Military Highway, the Holiday Inn. That is our church in the Tidewater area. I'm looking to go and move to Maryland and North Carolina. One of those two. Either north, we're going to go north, or we're going towards the Carolinas. Next. Okay? Yeah, stuff is breaking up, and it's time to get ready to close. We'll come back and pray. We'll come back. Yes, Thursday, we won't be meeting. We give everybody the week off of school so everyone can get adjusted. So if y'all could just comment, like, and share over and over so people will hear this. We only just talked about the hurricane, the government school. Shout out to Pastor Chris Moore over at New Kingdom Christian Ministries on Deal Road. Shout out to him. Shout out to I'm only just, any preachers that believe in the truth, I'm only shouting them out because they want to deal with me. I wouldn't want to say any other preachers' names and embarrass them, because most of them don't want to be attached to nothing that's like me. And most of them are Masons, so they can't tell you this stuff. Sister Karen, remind me to talk about the Judas when we come back. I pray you'll be back. Sister Taliba, find out the gospel radio station in your area where they do talk radio and send it to me. Let me know so I can try to get some radio time in your area. I appreciate y'all for listening to my big mouth. I appreciate y'all for letting me yell at them. Yelling, halfway probably spitting, bucking down this Fiji water. Cut the check. Gotta go. Today went longer than what I suspected. Please go back. Visit our other videos. We've done about 5 or 6. Praying for people, dealing with the true roots of health. I'm not done. To those of y'all that came for prayer, I'm not done. But because of the King, I want people to understand what's really going on so we can know what to pray for. I want us to be. If I get anything else, I'll come back and give it to you later. Thank you, Mother Graham. I love all of y'all. Pray for me if you know the word of prayer. If you mean me well, pray for me. And I'm praying for you. God bless you all. Tell them you got to cut it. And not the price, the check. Jermaine Bergamore, it's a wonderful Wednesday. Only you can say it like that. Good to have you, brother. We're getting ready to go. I'm getting ready to cut the music on you. Don't pray. We're going to pray. Don't worry about it. For those that came in late, I beg you to go watch this video. I beg you to watch this video. It's 2 hours long. We went in. Learn more in one of these sittings in 10 years of being in a church. I promise you. They have to be talk radio. They have to allow for preachers to come on and have ministry. They can't just be music. And then I'm going to come to the Maryland area. Let's turn Maryland up. Let's tear it up. Woo! See a lot of you all Sunday. God bless you, Mother Edwards. Please tell Tori I love her and we miss her. Give love to them, please. Minister Sims, God bless you, sir. One of the real soldiers. We're closing out. We just much more I want to break down with this government, with spiritual things. Folks scared to get off because they never know when I'm going to get kicked back up. And I'm going here. I'm going. I'm going to play this music in just a minute. Sister Deontay, you still there? You still there? Who's having the problems in their eyes? Before I go, I know I said I'm done. Problems in the eyes. Eye issues, eye problems. All type of issues with eyes. Who is it? Quickly. Eyes. If it's you, put me. The eyes. I can feel it in the eyes. Sister Deontay, the Lord laid on my heart to tell you to please forgive. Some folks have made it hard for you to stay in a forgiving attitude because they're not doing right. But the Lord says, please forgive. Don't stop forgiving people. Your health depends on you. If you don't forgive, bitterness and resentment will set in, which will invite in cancer and arthritis. Please forgive. I don't know why I need to tell you that. Some people are testing your forgiveness, but you need to forgive. Brother 7 says, I'm prophetic. I'm a seer. People who have issues with the eyes, I'm talking about physically. Even the older people that you know, somebody's mother or grandmother is dealing deeply with serious cataracts. Who I'm talking to with the eyes. Cataracts, issues with the eyes. With the eyes. Not injury. Sister TT, not injury. But I want you to get this. If the eyes get worse, grandmothers, okay. Now, let me say this, y'all. When you get older, stuff is going to fail you. So I'm not going to make everything. This is not a rule by thumb, but I want to tell you this. When you're experiencing an increase that's abnormal, the roots of your grandmother's eye issues are coming from one or two places, and I want y'all to get this. Eye issues root in grief. Whenever you have problems with your eyes, it starts with grief. If you've been grieving about things over time, it'll affect your eyes. Somebody say, that's in the Bible? Let me see if I found it in the book. I like to give scripture for what I say. But there's another reason where cataracts come in. Amongst older people especially. Okay? Or let me tell you something else. Older people tend to be overly critical. See? I told you, Sister Keita. It's grief. I need to give you that scripture so you can see it. Grief will cause your eyes to fail. What does the Bible say? Psalms 31 and verse 9. Psalms 31. I got it. Psalms 31 and 9 says, have mercy upon me, O Lord, for I am in trouble. My eyes have been consumed with grief. Yea, my soul and my belly. One of the roots of the eye problems is grief. Now, here's another one that some of y'all need to know, and you can't do nothing but laugh. Don't get mad. Older people tend to be overly critical of things. And that can cause some of the cataracts. Meaning, they're always looking for negative. Or they're always watching stuff. You ever see old people, they just stand in the window and the door all day long or sit on the porch and watch. This is called the critical. It doesn't have to always be. It can cause cataracts. It can. Okay? Looking at things with a critical eye. You younger people better realize it too. Because some of us are very overcritical and always watching for something. I see you looking. I forget it. Because regardless, it's good. Psalm 6 and 7. My eye is consumed because of grief. Come on, Pastor. You know it's true. The Bible says, out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, let every word be established. Look at Sister Ebony Griffin saying, my only sister passed away less than a month ago, but I started seeing white spots. When y'all gonna listen to her? I'm not here. I'm not raising money. I ain't getting y'all to sow no seeds. It's free. If God put it on my heart, I'm going to share it. And I'm supposed to be gone. But the Lord said, before you go, talk about the eyes. God bless you, Sister Moore. God bless you, woman of God. I got the pastor and the woman of God in the place. Privilege. God bless you. And I'm amongst family. And I'm amongst family. I don't know who that was for. Well, I do know, because everybody starts speaking. When the grief sets in, the eyes act up. And I'm telling you now, that's why the sister just came right up and said, as soon as she lost a loved one, she began to see white spots. Who has the carpal tunnel? Before I go, carpal tunnel. Carpal tunnel. Craig, carpal tunnel. Man, you're blessed, Pastor. You're blessed. You're blessed. Y'all are blessed. I'm blessed. I lost everything, and I didn't lose everything. Come on and have Jesus, because really he is everything. So I need to stop saying I lost everything, because I can't lose everything. Carpal tunnel. The Lord just laid it upon my heart. You got carpal tunnel. Yolanda, God bless you, Sister Yolanda. We went to school together. Can I say? Okay, for those that just came in, you have to go back and watch this video for 2 hours. Every sickness, everything. Go watch my last 5 videos. But watch this one. We're 2 hours in. Before I get to pray. Sister Yolanda, good to see you. I don't know if I've seen you in 20 years. We went to Highland Springs together. But anyway, listen. Sister Yolanda Tunnel, I don't be around you. I don't know anybody. But yeah, bless you too. Really good to see you. Your carpal tunnel is coming from 2 things. I don't even talk to nobody that talk to you, but I'm getting ready to tell you what the Lord put on my heart. Your carpal tunnel is coming from some quiet, okay, about life, frustrations, and about having to do a job. Sister Yolanda, that either you want to do something else or you feel like you're locked in. This is what you've had to do for so long. But there's more to you, Sister Yolanda. There's looking to, and it's frustrating you, and it's manifesting through the carpal tunnel, especially in the hands. And you feel like some things didn't go right. It's almost like an injustice. I can't see. Can y'all still hear me? I can't see. Sister Yolanda, the Lord put that on my heart. I'm going to pray for you a little bit. We got to go back over these generational curses and break these things. For those of you that have the issues with the eyes and the carpal tunnel, I know why the devil don't want us on. I thought we should go and here come the Lord. Did you see it, Sister Yolanda? The Lord gave me something. I believe he put it on my heart for you. I told you where your carpal tunnel is coming from. I told you where your carpal tunnel is. Some of the root causes. I want you to not restrict yourself. I don't know what you do for. Don't restrict yourself to whatever that is. There's more in you that has to come out. Allow it to stress you to the point that it's manifesting through your hands. Brother Craig Lockley, are you in Richmond, Virginia? You can come. And it's good talking to you too. Woo! Somebody caught a lump in their throat. Since I've been talking, you know how you kind of get that lump in your throat? Hard to swallow? Who was it? In their throat. Who was it that got the lump in their throat? Yeah, the devil gonna start messing with the computer. Who was it that got the lump in their throat? Who was it that got the lump in their throat? Facebook keeps deleting your share video. I keep telling y'all what's going on. Now my video keeps messing up. Do y'all see? So let's do this. I pray that you send out giant warring angels right now to begin to give me 10 minutes, Lord, of video time. I pray that you would take authority right now over the prince of the air, of boys and Boise, that interrupts, malfunctions, and that distracts every engineered electronic piece of equipment. In Jesus' name. God, allow smoothly and work in the name of Jesus. Amen and amen. Now sit down, devil. You don't get to run anything. Jesus is the King of Kings. Who was it that, you know, you take a swallow, you got a lump in your throat. You got a lump in your throat. Please, Sister Aisha Dean, request me and go back to videos and share them, please. I'm so glad to have you. In the throat. Thyroid. That's something that they told me, well, a natural doctor told me I needed to reverse. It'll change the weight loss. Was the thyroid. The thyroid. But I need to get that person that had that lump in the collar and you could feel it. You thought it was like chills. You got a lump in your throat. Just put me. You got the lump in your throat. Quickly. Karen said it was her. Okay, I didn't see that. All right. Sister Karen, listen to me. It's coming from a fear. It's coming from a fear. I'm not talking about a permanent lump. I'm talking about when you swallow. Coming from a fear of not trusting the process of life, not trusting, and it's a worryation. It's worry. It's a fear of not being able to at ease with what's happening, the process of life. I had a lump on my thyroid removed 2 years ago. I'm just meeting this lady, Karen. I don't know her. I never met her. She don't go to my church. She was referred. And boy, we done had a good day. God got you here for some other reasons. Okay. And Brother Locklear. Friend requests in. I'm getting them like crazy. Thank y'all for sharing. Father, in Jesus' name, give her peace. But most of all, God, give her a hunger and a thirst after you. Give her a hunger and a thirst after you. I feel the weird, whoever it is, in Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. God, I pray that peace would fall all over Sister Yolanda. Get ready, because you need to sleep, good sleep, not just going to bed and closing your eyes because it's late. You need to rest with peace. Rest. So I pray that a spirit of peace would overtake you in your rest tonight. Jesus. You better take that, Sister Yolanda. God's going to be speaking to you the whole day today. He's speaking to you in your heart and in your mind today. You're going to have to get ready. Just thoughts. It's going to be just, man, just constant thinking. Oh, he loves you so much. You know what? The thyroid issues comes from not being able to regulate, and I'm talking about the spiritual end, not regulate our emotional state. Okay? Thyroiditis. One of the things, what did they say about your thyroid? Hey, Brother Craig Locklear, God got you for this day. Dealing with the thyroid. Hypothyroid. What is it called? Thyroidism? Is that right? One of y'all dealt with hyperthyroidism. Come on, y'all. I gotta go. Gotta go people before I go. That's emotional. Being able to be balanced, not to get too far to the left, not to go too far. You, Sister Karen, to know what's going on, but don't let it become a spirit of fear to overtake you. If God is showing you, he's showing you so you won't be afraid. If happening, you don't have to be afraid. That's why it's important that you need to be taught the Bible the right way. Because I think they out there, a lot of them, not all of them, about why God does what he does. Ways. Well, what does that mean? You're Brother Craig Lockley. He came for the backslider. He's married to you. Come on, Pastor. He's married to you. Man, we done been on here through. You know we have a good time. Pastor, we need to have you, Pastor Green, myself, minister, we all minister. Let's have a good meeting. We need to do it soon. And incorporate if we can in the house. Let's watch God set the folks free. Video almost 3 hours long is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. God. Coast van. They run a little too. Those very clear dying. You got to talk about living. Still got a purpose. I come and feel. That's another. The cap hell as a lot to scare people, but it's not like Christ. Because here we of going ahead. If you love me, you'll keep me. Miracles. Nicole's bank. Quickly. The father quickly. Oh. He's following 12 noon, 21, West Clay Street. I do this wonderful name. Y'all